Welcome to today's program on justice, a lawyer's hangout where lawyers dissect legal issues with intent to create awareness, educate, and enlighten the public. I am Cecilia Meme, and joining me on today's episode is my very learned colleague, Miss Munirat Adama.
Thank you for
Welcome, Miss
having me.
Munirat. And today, also joining us in the studio is Mr. Adeyemi Abass, who is here to share his success story of how the leadership hub, justice and economic advancement intervened in a pending land dispute between himself and one other party after 5 years, and he was able to get a resolution. Welcome, Mr. Adeyemi Abass, on today's episode. Yeah, welcome. We're happy to have you here today.
Thank you very much. I'm happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Okay, please kindly introduce yourself and tell us how you got to know about LJE.
Yes, my name is Adeyemi Abass Abidemi. I'm a native of Iwo in Osun State of Nigeria. How the case that made me know about LJE is a land dispute between myself and the Olu of Ile-Ogbo, a king in Osun State, who tried everything possible to take over my land forcefully. So we have been on the case for more than 5 years. And we have written series of petitions to the area command, Iwo, Osun State. We have written to State CID. We have written to Ministry of Justice, Osun State, their Abere office. We have written to the Zone 11. But everything we have written, no result. The king has never honored any of the invitations until I was just surfing the internet. Then I got to know about LJE. So I approached LJE. I narrated my case, and they did cross-examination just to be sure that what I'm saying is something that it's something they can work with. So after satisfying their curiosity, then I was advised that we have to write to all the agencies all the offices that we have earlier written the petitions to, that they are going to inquire what they have done about my petitions so far. And I said, okay, that is a good way to go. So, but to my surprise, just one petition from LJE, the king that has been dishonoring all invitations, just one invitation, the king showed up at the state CID, Osogbo. So, in fact, he didn't even allow us to talk much. He said, is it about our land at this also place? Yes. And then he started preaching. He said he doesn't want this case to go to court. We should settle it here. And that he has not taken over the land. And I told him, because it was in our petition that LJE wrote, that a military officer threatened my life on the same land and claimed that the Olu of Ile-Ogbo sold the land to him. He said he did not sell the land to anybody. He denied it. And he said the land belongs to us. He is aware that the land belongs to us. But the issue he is having was that the land was a stool land that was never meant to be sold by one person, that it should be sold by the 5 ruling houses in Ile-Ogbo, that in fact what he is trying to do is for our own benefit. Then he told the police that he will give us another document that the 5 ruling houses will sign to. that is only protecting our interest, that he has nothing to do with our land, he has not sold our land, that my land is intact. Then the police at the state CID told him to put it down, that he should write it down. Then he wrote the statement and acknowledged that that land belongs to me, that that what he wants us to do is that we should get another document from him that will just settle this case, that I should not go back to LJE so that they don't prolong the matter. He's a known land grabber who will never go back. If he says he wants to take over a land, by fire, by force, he must take over that land. But I'm very happy that LJE's involvement has made him take a U-turn.
Wow, thank you, Mr. Abbas. Thank you for trusting LJ to handle your issue. And we are glad to know that significant progress has been made within a very short time. So, what can you say to our
In
audience
fact,
about
LJE
LJ?
is an
Do you have any
organization that I will
advice?
recommend to anybody. Anybody, they are voice to the voiceless. LJE is a voice to the voiceless.
Wow. Thank
Yes,
you.
anybody who has similar issue or any issue at all, I will implore you to trust LJE. They are not after your money, they are not after anything, they just want justice for the masses. I'm really happy. If I wish you see my inner my mind. I'm very, very happy. Like there's a Yoruba adage that says that if I can open up my stomach, you see the joy in me.
Yeah.
Because in fact, to be sincere with you, I was almost losing hope. I was almost losing hope. But LJE restored my hope again.
Wow. Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, LJE. But
Thank
Adama,
you. Thank
I,
you.
res-
Thank you.
I am indebted to you any day, anytime. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, the team. Thank you so much, LJE. May
Thank
God continue
you.
to guide you and protect you. Thank you so
Amen.
much for being the
Amen.
voice to the voiceless. Being the voice. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Bidex, for joining us on today's episode. We are grateful that with the intervention of LJE, a land dispute that has been pending for 5 years was resolved. This is a sign to any Nigerian out there to report a violation on our website, and our legal team will handle it effectively. Thank you once again, Mr. Adeyemi Abass. Thank you. Let's quickly go on a short break, and when we are back, we'll quickly throw light on customary land acquisition in Nigeria.
Hello, have you or anyone you know suffered violation or oppression, regardless of cultures, identities, or backgrounds? Leadership Hub, Justice and Economic Advancement is here for you. An organization created with an amplified voice to fight for you and with you. At LJE Nigeria, you will not only be heard, but also provided with legal support. Together, we can create a country where every individual can live without fear of violation or oppression. I am Aisha Shetima, an LJE member. You too can become a member today or report any violation by visiting our website, ljenigeria.org. You can also follow us on all social media platforms for more information and updates. Remember, together, we are stronger.
Thanks for staying with us. Before we went on break, we had Mr. Adeyemi Abass joining us from Iwo. to give us his testimony of how LJE intervened in his land dispute. Miss Munirat, how did that testimony make you feel?
It feels so good. Seeing him so happy makes me happy. And that's the reason LJ is here, to give justice
Yes.
and make the people happy. When the people are happy, LJ is
It's
happy.
happy. LJ is the voice of the voiceless.
Yes, he said so.
Okay, so now moving on. Can you kindly throw more light on customary land acquisition in Nigeria so
Okay.
others can avoid similar issue that Mr. Abbas went through?
Yeah. Thank you very much, Mrs. Cecilia. First of all, when you want to acquire land in Nigeria, the first thing you should do is a preliminary investigation. So you check the land, identify it, check if there's any encumbrances, and then secondly, you consult with the community or the family in that area to tell you about the land, because mostly people in the community or families close to the land will be able to give you history about that land, so that you will not go and buy land that there's an encumbrance or whatever on it. And the next step is, of course, negotiation and agreement with whoever it is that you are buying with, you are buying the land from. After negotiation and agreement on how to buy, and then make sure it's not just an honorary member of the family, at least the head of the family or members of the family or the principal head of the family, so that it will not to avoid dispute among them. You know that you are doing the correct thing. And we have payment of fees, of course. After agreement and everything, you pay the correct amount people have agreed for the land. And then there's what they call payment of customary fees. You know, after paying the regular fee, what you agree with, whoever it is, or sorry, whoever he or she is that's selling the land to you, there's what we call payment of customary fees. In Yoruba, there's what we call owori. That's money for the head of the family. There's what we call ile mole, as the money for the community. You know, sometimes you see people who come, we are the one in community, come and introduce yourself. To just introduce yourself and get it, it's just a token, nothing so much. You could even negotiate, but some of them go overboard, like in the case of this Mr. Bides, going overboard to the extent of collecting his land because he did not come. They do not have that right. But at least customarily, even in Nigeria, legally, you could approach them, give them a token in order for them not to disturb the full enjoyment of your land. And other traditional levies, depending on the local government or the customs of that land. Then signing of traditional sale agreement, though in Nigeria is not so, if there's a dispute whether it's acceptable or not, but it's recommended if you can. And then heading over to possession, meaning you should have witnesses, is very important. Having witnesses when buying a traditional, when you want to acquire land customarily is very important. Witnesses, even when the matter goes to court and everything, witnesses will stand as very important tools for you in winning the land case and all that. So make sure in your drafting of your deeds and all that, because you're going to do deeds too, it's very important that you know, the normal Nigerian, you buy land, you do your deeds and everything, you should be there, but witnesses should be part of it. And that's pretty much it. Survey the land, just make sure you do your legal documentation according to the Nigerian law and all that. But since it's customary, do not just wave away that you know that you have done your deeds, you have the governor of Assam. Just make sure you are in good balance with the community, and you're pretty much good to go.
Okay, if I get you correctly, does it mean that if I'm buying a land from a family, not just a single person, you should ensure that you make you clarify very well
Exactly.
if that payment is meant to be made to just one person, or maybe
you.
they have other members of the family that are
Yes.
entitled to receive payment on that property.
Exactly.
Otherwise, paying to one person doesn't give you full possession of that property
It
yet.
might make them to disturb you, the enjoyment. Like in
The
the case
other
of,
persons
yes,
that
in the
are
case of Mr.
involved,
Abbas
yes.
now, there are 5 ruling family in that community there that must approve
The sale of that property.
Thank you very much. So the doctor that gave him the land before has done that initially. So now transferring the land to someone else, they are saying yes.
So at every transfer, they expect you to come back and do the needful.
Yes. Just agree with them and just do your the needful. Just
so they do not deprive
they
you.
don't deprive you, yes.
ownership.
Because at the end of the day, tradition is still tradition. We cannot wave that
Take
away.
it away.
Yes, but just that nobody has, like in Mr. Abbas case, nobody has the right to harass you. Nobody has the
Threaten
right,
you.
yes, to threaten you to pay money. No, 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 no. Nobody does. But however, we should use wisdom in balancing things like this.
Okay, thank you, Ms.
Yes.
Munira. Do you have
Thank
any
you.
exit recommendations for our viewers?
Yes, I've said it pretty much. It's when you want to buy land, just make sure that you follow due diligence in buying your land and make sure that everything goes well. And LJ is here for you,
Thank
247.
Thank you. Thanks to our viewers for joining us on today's episode. Thank you, Ms. Munirat, for today.
Thank you for having
And
me.
remember to follow us on all our social media platforms, on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram, and also you can visit our website to report a violation. Till I come your way again, bye for now.